We're passionate about supporting women. We believe in the gospel of women supporting women, and we do not just speak about it, we act it as well, through referrals, through our online celebrations of women, and through impact experiences like this. We seek out companies like Creditville that have value to offer women, and we bring women and the companies together. So we are that bridge within women and women and companies that could positively affect the lives of each and every one of us. I'm so excited to have every one of you join us today. I know that you could have been anywhere else, but you're here. So thank you so much, and I look forward to an amazing lunch. Senami. Hello. I didn't distract you. Sorry. So the beautiful Senami here is the head of marketing and corporate communications for Creditville. Creditville is into loans, investments, and lease. And like I said earlier, we're very passionate about seeing you thrive. I personally believe that your success shouldn't affect me in any way. And as you guys are sitting down here looking so beautiful, it's just a reminder that we are all stars and we all have things inside of us that the next person needs to move to the next level. Which is why Ella has been, which is great. A good example, because how would you let your light shine if you don't actually open your mouth, if you don't show up, if you're not expressive? So I believe that, you guys are here for a reason, and I'm very, my able partners, but I'm very spiritual, and I believe that God brought us here intentionally for us to impact each other, as well as the company itself. So I'll just hand over to Senami now. She'll let us know more about Creditville and also the reason why we're here. We have two gorgeous people here, but everyone is gorgeous. But some interesting women here. But I'll let her speak more on that as we move on. So over to you, Senami. And thank you once more, everyone, for coming.
Thank you. Okay. Hello, everybody. Actually, the CIO has been outside, like she's in the car. So I wanted them to just, bring her in. Okay. All right. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hi. My name is Senami. As she said, thank you so much, Nkem. Nkem, put this together. Her network is really doing amazing, really amazing in the women's community. And please, I want us to applaud her, please. Fantastic. All right, guys. Okay, so I'd like to start with just introducing these beautiful ladies. As I said, the CIO will be coming in and said, oh, she's on her way, right? These are our wealth managers in Creditville. Let me call them the money bags, right? They're the ones who, bring in all the money and control a whole lot of things. But I'm sure they will introduce themselves, because I would like that everybody personally introduces himself when the time comes. Okay, she's here. Sorry guys, let's all welcome. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Welcome. Okay, I was just, addressing everybody before you came in. So here's our able and beautiful CIO, right? As I said, I'd like everybody to introduce themselves, so I wouldn't want to, introduce her. Okay, so let me just tell you about the brand. Creditville was vetted in 2013, You know, it was a very small company. You know how all startups are. Started in Port Harcourt, and then look at us here, right? We have about 3 branches just on the island, right? We have in Port Harcourt, we have in Delta, we have in Abuja, we have all over Nigeria right now. And we are into, as she said, loans, lease, and investment. Please let me know if anybody here has investment. Please tell me you don't leave your money in the bank. Anybody? Savings, investments? There's trouble. Saving. So investment is investing your money in whatever platform it is. Maybe a cryptocurrency if you know the market, right? Maybe in companies like Creditville where you get up to 18% interest, right? So anybody with that? Anybody? No, my ladies, you can't go here without investing. And let me explain why I'm saying it's very dangerous for you not to have investments, right? In the past, I used to invest too. But with time, based on financial literacy and looking at my financial freedom goals, which is very important for us here, I had to start investing. Now there's inflation. I'm sure you guys knew that there was a time where dollar was 150, and right now it's 590 or 570, 575 to 590, 582. So the problem is if you have 1,000 naira, if you had 1,000 naira in your bank account about 3 or 4 years ago, right now it's like halfway down, right? But when you invest, that money in your investment multiplies. So even as inflation happens, right, you're good. You can be up to the task, right? That's why investment is very, very important. But of course, she will elaborate more on that. So as I was saying, we also give loans. We give loans to Hello. So we give loans to businesses, we give loans to individuals, right? We definitely want to support, the entire society, especially women. We even have something called the Lady Flexi Loan, which is especially for women, right? If you want to know about it, you can speak with us later. Jennifer here can help you with the loans, right? You can speak with her later. And then we have leasing. Leasing is, so let me just explain it. If you need a car, you don't have the money for that, just hit us up. That's our phone number. We got you, right? Yeah, so that's basically about Creditville. We have some subsidiaries on there. We have about 6, 7 subsidiaries. We have CNL, which is Creditville Nigeria Limited. We have CFL, which is Creditville Finance Limited, in charge of lease, right? We have the Redwood, which is the asset management company. Right, that's our asset management company, money markets, other types of investments, equity, bonds. We speak with them, right? Then we have Touchcode Microfinance Bank. That is our official microfinance bank, right? Licensed by CBN, so you're good. Investing with us, you're very good. You're very secure, right? And the Redwood too is licensed by SEC, so you don't have any problem, right? And then we have Creditville Properties. Right, and that's about yes, we have our bureau de change. So if you want to change your money and all that, you can come to us, named Dawana BDC. Yeah, so that's basically about Creditville. I don't know if you have any questions about Creditville before I move ahead. No questions? All right, fantastic. All right, as I said earlier, my name is Senami. I'm the head of marketing and communications for Creditville Nigeria Limited. I'm quite passionate about what I do. I love talking, right? I love networking, and I love selling things to people. Somebody once told me that I can sell salt to a slug, and I'm like, no, it's not like that. I actually sell what is important to everybody. So it's not like I'm deceiving you. I'm just, trying to do what's best for everybody. And I am quite passionate about, supporting women. Yes, I know, we are all women. We know what we do. We know how we are, right? And we all say we like supporting women, but sometimes, as we are now, we can, express ourselves, further. But the reason I like, just beyond feminism, it's just interesting for me to see another woman and walk up to her and say, oh my God, you look amazing. It's always weird. Like, a lot of women are like, wow, like coming from a woman and you're so passionate about it, because I believe in lifting other women up. I'm lifting myself, and it's a ripple effect. If I do it to you, you remember that I did it to you. You do it to somebody else, right? That's why I'm so passionate about, uplifting women. Even in my department, we're just women, just 2 beautiful ladies. We're just women, and we really have an amazing time working together. Look at us, world managers, women. Look at her, our boss. she's a woman. So I believe that women lifting each other is going to make the world a better place someday. We might not be there yet, but I know eventually we will get there. I'm also very passionate about Creditville because Creditville is one of the sanest environments I have ever been in my entire life of working. I've worked with a lot of places. I've worked in a lot of places, and I can tell you that it's been peace of mind. Yes, it's a lot of work. I hardly breathe. My girls here, I was like, but even as we're working, they're happy, they're smiling, they're good because the environment is supportive, it's calm. It promotes both your mental health, promotes your even your physical, promotes it, right? Because we're always so concerned about people, checking up on people and all. And then it promotes your career too, going through a lot of things, at work, having a lot of seminars, bringing people together. Obviously, for Creditville to put this together, then of course you know what happens in-house, right? So I'm quite passionate about the brand, and I just really want the world to know that, oh my God, I have the best environment at work ever. I'm sure you guys saw the Twitter, I don't know if you saw the Twitter trends in the past 2 or 3 days, #horrible bosses, and I could not relate because this is my boss. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't want to go and write today, I cannot relate before they come for me. But because Creditville is just an amazing place, and we really care about our customers. That's another thing. We take customers so serious. In my mind, I'm like, what's happening here? I calm down. They say, no, customer is God, though. I'm like, exactly. That's how it is. So I'm sure you guys are going to become like our customers, right? And we're looking forward to treating you like goddesses, right? Yeah. So that's all about Creditville. That's about myself. I've been in marketing for over 8 years or 9 years. Right, I've worked with different companies. I started with advertising, right? I used to work in advertising agencies, and then I moved to MedPlus in the past, right, as their brand and marketing manager, and then I came to this amazing organization, Creditville. So there's also one thing I forgot to talk about. I wanted to leave the best for last. Is C Money. C Money is our baby. It's Creditville's initiative. C Money is like a bank account. You can go on C Money, take loans, savings. So when you open C Money, you see different savings plan. You see 10%, you see 8%, you see 12%, depending on your choice, right? On C Money, you can pay bills, you can buy recharge card, and guess what? That's the amazing part. You get 2% off every time you buy a recharge card. I'm sure we don't get that on our normal banking apps, right? So you get 2%. So for every recharge card, if you recharge on our app, you get 2% back on whatever you've recharged. Really, really amazing. You can download it at the Play Store at your leisure, or if you want to do it now,
Ready for it. What's the app?
Yes, the app is called C Money. C Money. C. So capital letter C and then money. Capital letter C and then money. Right? No iPhone. Just C, capital letter C, and then space, and then money. That's it. That's C Money. That's it right there. Right on time. Right? So you can do a lot of amazing things on the C Money app. It's really, and then we're also working on a referral program, whereas if you refer somebody, you get a certain amount of percentage. So we're all about growth. We're all about promoting both Nigeria, Lagos, and its people. It's not just about starting a company. It's beyond that. It's beyond that. It comes with a lot of fulfillment, and maybe that's why I'm here, because I'm very passionate about whatever I do. Even from the way I talk, I'm a very passionate person, right? I'm very passionate. If I want to pick up this glass of water, I'm very passionate about it. I'm sorry, I'm extra. That's the way I am, right? But that's how things work, and that's how we help promote ourselves. So Creditville has been promoting women for a very long time. I thought that we should, put this together. In short, at the end of today's event, Creditville already did something during International Women's Day, and we were rewarding 2 women, right, in business. So at the end of today, we will be rewarding those 2 women. They're in our midst at this moment. You're looking for them, don't worry. You'll see them later. Yes. So I'd like everybody to introduce themselves, but at this point, I want to hand over to HerNetwork. Thank you so much for coming. I really, really appreciate you taking your time coming for this, because and we don't take it for granted. at all. And I'm sure I can let you know that they've been taking a whole lot, of financial literacy and a lot of ideas and different things, apart from just about Creditville, about us women. You'll be taking back a lot of things. So thank you so much and have an amazing afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanami. Thank you, and welcome to. Okay, so it's something we like to do whenever we come together at HerNetwork is introductions. Apart from those that already know each other from Instagram and from wherever, it's always nice when you can speak with you, and it's just like reminding yourself about who you are and what you stand for. So, like she said, we will start introducing ourselves so that we can get to know each other. Let's say the best for the last and start from here. So, the introductions will go who you are, my name is, what you do, what you are most passionate about, and what did you do recently that gave you joy. Should I say it again? Your name, what you do, your name, what you do. Don't worry. Okay, just tell us, introduce yourself and then tell us something you did recently that gave you joy.
Something you did recently that gave you joy.
You can sit or stand, whatever makes you comfortable.
Hello, my name is Chigozie Jennifer Ofia. I run a small business called Obbag. We deal with making of quality leather and Ankara bags for women. Why did that gave me joy? To be sincere, I can't really remember.
Okay, what happened to you recently that gave you joy and made you happy?
Okay, apart from being bags, I also am a content creator. So surpassing the number of subscribers I'm supposed to reach to get monetized. Okay, that's what.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you didn't tell us about your business. Sorry.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tina Iyeye. I work for Optiva Capital Partners. I enjoy what I do, and what's the question again?
What happened to you recently that gave you joy?
Okay.
Or what did you do for yourself that gave you joy?
Okay. What happened to me recently that gave me joy was working for Optiva Capital Partners, because it was the easiest job I ever got. And what I thought it was is not what it's a very cool place to work. My boss is a great boss. I'm still in shock still.
You are taking it in, but
Yes,
you're
I'm
grateful
still,
to
yes,
be
yes.
able to work in that environment.
Yes, I'm grateful to be a part and parcel of that environment, because it's very good place. So,
All right, thank you so much.
thank you. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. My name, I love my name, so I'm going to be extra. And my name is Rukoya. I'm sure you've heard. Exactly. My name is Rukoya. And I'm sure you've heard different versions in the past. Don't call me any version you've heard in the past. What I told you is my name. So my name is Rukoya. I'm a child and adolescent mental health professional, and I have a child mental health organization called Save Mind. I work with children, adolescents, parents, and families to address mental health concerns that children have. What I did recently that made me really happy. So yesterday, I was in Abuja. I hosted 10 women to a child mental health conversations we required. It was the first, and because the backstory to this is, so as a clinician, sometimes when I see an adolescent with maybe depression, I'm usually very sad because I see that
spa services and wellbeing services to my baby in their homes, their offices, and at the events. One thing that has given me joy is actually being here, so I'm really joining the queue, right? Pre-COVID, I used to attend a lot of events, and then COVID came and we had limitations going out and attending events. I'm so excited to be here.
I enjoy your class.
Right? So it feels like we're getting back to where we used to be, meeting people, and you can't take that away from us, right? Without the mask. Exactly. So I'm excited to be here, and that's my most recent joy filler.
Good afternoon, ladies. My name is Performer Igbo. I'm a relationship manager executive for Optiva Capital Partners. We are an investment immigration company. So basically, we help families and individuals obtain into our citizenship. And what I did recently that really made me happy was to stop worrying, and I decided to give myself peace of mind and control what I can control because of what's important.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ezinwa Obuoria, and I'm a senior sales executive at Lock and Pillars Real Estate. And I'm going to give you 3 things that I did recently. Let me just give you a little bit of time. 3 things. First, I will start with my spiritual life. And the decision that I made that changed my life forever was joining the Board of Lectors in my church, Catholic Church of Divine Mercy. Changed my life. And the second thing has to do with my business. I am a part-time fashion designer. I own a small business called Art of Enna, and we have a successful TEF applicant here, and that is actually what I did in my business that made me proud. I applied last year and I got rejected. And everyone is saying, oh, but it was actually a blessing for me because it ushered me to making the decision to start my business. Prior to that, I'd always be thinking, I need the money, I need the time, I need the resources. But the truth is that everything I ever needed was with me. It was just for me to make the decision. And as she said, it's a blessing for us to be here because I got a phone call where someone was checking in on me and my progress in the TEF. That person is actually here. And she asked me what the progress is about. And I told her that I was rejected. She asked me how I felt. And that was when I actually realized that it was a blessing. So thank you, Osase. And that ushers me to the next thing that I did that I'm very proud of is leaving my former job to join Lock and Pillars. You know, you're in a job, you're not happy, you're in a toxic environment, you're stressed out, you're burnt out. I think I need you for that. And I finally made the decision to leave. I told God, if you're going to take me under the bridge, let me and you. And the moment I made the decision to change my mentality at work, a job fell on a platter of gold. I didn't even apply. I got stressed out. Wow. Great job, great environment, great pay. I'm happy here. And yes, thank you. Very lovely to meet you ladies today. And I'm looking forward to networking with every single one of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Agishola, CEO of Jubilee Baits. I'm into baits. All these different baits you're seeing. That's what I do. And one thing that gives me joy recently, as she said, let me join the queue as well. Being here gives me the privilege. I'm so happy to be among these beautiful faces I'm seeing right now. So, thank you.
Cheryl, you're next.
That's fine.
Good afternoon. My pleasure to be here. I came across this event somewhere online. I just registered. I'm
happy to do today. I work with the real estate company. We work and sell properties, apartments, on the real side of the real estate. Live in Lagos and practice in Cameroon. Invested in this because I believe in the real representation of women in terms of leadership, in terms of team, in terms of not just by word of mouth, but actually by action. I've been interacting with them for for a while, and I've only spoken to women. And I don't think that they occupy these positions because they are women, but because of their capabilities and what they have up here, because I've experienced it. So I just want to say it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much. So now you introduce yourself.
Yes, I have.
Over to you, Oida.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you so much for taking our time to come here and celebrate International Women's Month with us. So my name is Bankole Oidamola and I'm the Corporate Comms and PR Associate at Creditville Group. So the next question was what did you do recently? Okay, so I made a new friend, right? I live on the island. You know those children that right? So these little boys gives me joy. We know each other. As soon as we see each other, we just start to make funny faces and we laugh. So I was talking about certain things, how things were going. So I just saw this boy. You're struggling. You still look this happy. He sees me. He makes funny faces. And I was really glad that we became really happy.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Linda Otuwe. I'd like to say fortunately today is my birthday.
Let's sing happy birthday song, please.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
So I work full time in Business Day Media. I head digital for Business Day. I have spent 10 years there, and it's been a journey from scratch to struggling to do well. And I've met these amazing people. I also try to help and advise. My job basically is to grow online. So anything that has to do with video content, TV content, digital management, SEO, just help you take your brand from one level to the next level online. That's like my job. I heard everyone say so many wonderful things about things that they have done and taught them. I think for me, today is a good day. Make sure I came here. The way I said, if you don't come to this event, we'll deal with you. Because I was scared that they would deal with me. But I'm also happy that today I'm acquiring some new friends on my birthday, so that's really cool. For me, my joy is to touch people's lives in any way that I can. I know sometimes it might be hard, but if you notice the trend that's been happening these past few days online with terrible bosses and wicked bosses, if you have terrible bosses, you never call them when you leave. Never. If they lie, let them die. You're not going to call them. But if you have good bosses, even when you leave, you still keep calling them. And for me, this week was really touchy because I had so many people that have gone. So many people had to lay off even at some point. So many people had to sack at some point. So many people that was hard to let go. That hard time where you have to let go of your team members. I still have to face them in the eyes and tell them I'm sorry, but I still everybody have to go. And they still didn't take it badly, and they're still saying, Linda, you're a great person to work with. You touched my life. You are amazing. I'm in Dubai now and I'm doing great, and I can't forget. I just want to tell you that I'm great. So I received like 4 of those messages, and I'm almost crying. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that I touched your life. Even despite the situations and things that happened, you still remember me. So for me, I hope that one day, when I leave this world, that people remember me for good. No matter how small it is, even if it's the 3-year-old neighbor girl I see walking to school and I go and drop her every morning and say, I want to the church. No matter how small, I just want people to look back and say, we were happy that we came across you, we're happy that we met, and you touched our life in positive. So I hope I leave a positive impact. So that's what really touched me this week, and I'm happy today's my birthday.
Okay, well, of course, we all know my name, but let me review it again. My name is Senami Atika, right? And I head the marketing and communications department at Creditville. One basic thing that I've done, okay, let's just say two things, right? Number one, my beautiful team, Jennifer, Oyeda, Sheyi, we've been able, our network, this is like one of the best achievements so far for me, having to bring all these beautiful and very powerful women all in one. It's a big achievement for me. So it's one thing that gives me joy. Number two,
So I just have to say something that's outside. So, so coming here, see people dressing down. I'm looking at myself. Why did I dress so seriously? So it's nice to be here. Thanks to them. You kept telling me you can't look like everybody. You can't look like everybody. Okay, I don't look like everybody. So I'm really happy to be here. Naturally, I'm a very soft person. I keep thanking God that I found myself in this path of my career. So I've been very horrible because I don't like going out. I can say that in the last 1 year, this will be the second event. So thanks to my job. My name is Sheyi, by the way. I'm Nigerian. Proper Nigerian because I'm Yoruba, married to Aledo, and I'm Delta man. So I hope that someday I will have ties to another part of Nigeria. So I'm very proper one Nigeria. So for me, like I said, I'm not a very social person. I'm very particular about people. I'm a people's person. And my journey in life has taught me a lot. Whatever you achieve in life, particularly at this stage in my career, I realized that you can't do much without having the right people around you. I've learned that lesson. And because I've been fortunate enough to work with people that I learned that from. So to me, I wonder when you squint your face, and particular when you don't smile the way you used to. Big things that people talk about, they are not really so important to me. Being able to bring that smile to your face when you are sad can make me smile for the rest of the day. And I can say that the most recent thing that happened was this morning. I have a colleague that currently is at the brink of losing it. So for the past couple of months, COVID came and everything went awry. A lot of people are going through serious mental issues, which as Africans, as Nigerians, we don't pay a lot of attention to. So when people complain about mental health, we look at them and wonder that, what are you going through that is so important? Just forget about it. It shouldn't affect you the way.
I'm a team manager at Creditville Group. I work in the wealth management department. I'm passionate about my job, maybe because I deal with money and I like money a lot. So money drives me. So maybe, but I work in the wealth management department, so I like to talk money. So I'm pleased to I'm pleased to meet every one of you. And okay, so one thing I did recently that gives me joy. Okay, so I've always thought about how to give back to the society in my own little way. I've thought about a lot of things. I've thought about having a foundation, a lot of things. I've had a lot of strategies, but I've not really sat down to, okay, how do I want to go about this? But recently, I got in contact with my secondary school. So I was able to, well, this month, International Women's Day, I was privileged to speak with some of the young girls, encourage them, they can achieve whatever it is they want to achieve. Now the society is when it comes to women achieving leadership, I was able to motivate them, encourage them. And in addition to that, in my own little way, I will be doing some sort of sponsorship in cash, little cash, to those that have all A's and B's in their WAEC. Thank you.
Salesperson. I'm a passionate salesperson. I'm a wealth manager in the wealth management unit of Creditville. I mobilize deposits. I mobilize millions of naira. I love to see the inflows growing. It gives me joy, right? And what I did recently that made me happy, of course, it all boils down to performance, right? And if you want to continue seeing me happy, please patronize Creditville Group. Place your funds with us. Take those idle funds out of the commercial banks or wherever you are that you know the interest are not attractive enough. We can do better than what they are giving you there. Before we leave here, hopefully we share our cards with each other. Thank you very much and enjoy yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Amaomi Oge. I am managing partner at GLG Communications, a PR consultant, and a certified coach. What did I do that gave me joy? That was yesterday. I'm also co-founder at 10X Tribe. It's an events platform where we bring people together to, the way you go for an event and you come back after the motivation and you're like, okay, what next, So I think for this one, we bring people together, practical tips on how to really take the next step to Tribe. Yesterday we hosted a women's conversation. We had speakers from all over the world, America, Australia, all the different places, bring women together. So that really, the feedback is being great. I slept at 2 a.m. last night because of the whole, just talking to people from all over the world, and it was amazing. So that really has given me joy. And it's great to be here with everyone.
I'm a corporate marketing and communication executive. So the thing I did recently that gave me joy is joining Senami. Senami is an amazing boss. She's the best. So I'm really happy about that. Working with Senami and that's what's giving me joy now.
Are you whining?
No, I'm not. So that's the thing.
Particularly on Sunday, we had dinner. And God just revalidated why I do what I do. And He always uses people. I always say, God not come down from heaven to change your life. He will use people, but you have to be sensitive enough to be able to tap into that. There was a particular person that was in the room, and she's not one that shows emotions. So she came in, wedding introduction, and she's like, I'm going to smash it. And then when she opened her mouth and started talking about what was her question was something. We had conversational starting. I'm saying what's like share on social media. One takeaway from our previous events is that people always asking where is your social media handle? How can I find you online? So the only way that you can really get it to stick is to do it. So let's do it right now. Take pictures, tag our network, tag Creditville, tag the person that you take the picture with. But I would say start with those that you connect with. Look on your face as a
No, first is like, I was thinking maybe she got asked me for that.
I remember Senami asked, for those that invest, and I think only one person, was it you Ted, that raised your hand? But yeah, only one person raised her hand. And it just needs to ask if you're speaking to, okay, you have spoken to us like you're speaking to beginners because of the different advices and everything. But what are the stages of investment that we need to take out there to make investment decisions?
Okay, like I said, for someone that has not done any investment, you've not done anything, you should consider the part of investment that is low risk. And I'm saying there is no investment that is not at risk. There is nothing like an investment that is 100% risk. That is the truth. So we have different types of investments. We have the government instruments, we have the T-bills. Right now, the rates for the T-bills are not so attractive. There was a time that the rates went up, as high as 9% per annum, which is even nothing to write home about, considering that inflation has totally wiped out whatever you have. Then we have the bond. Bond is long term, but for a starter, I would advise that you go into fixed deposits. Do you understand? You can start with short term, like 90 days. From there, you can graduate to 6 months. Naturally, the way it works, longer tenure will naturally give you better rates, because whatever organization you are placing your money with, they are able to plan better with them. And that is why you are always better rates. What am I saying? If you give me 1 million, for instance, for 90 days, the rate I'm going to give you is going to be lower than if you give me the same money for 180 days. And that's because I'm able to plan the money. So if you are the kind of person that has not done investments before and you want to start, start slowly, start with short term, start with instruments that, okay, you make very okay with that. The risk is very, very low. Yes.
What's the percentage for Creditville fixed deposits?
So it depends. We offer as high as 18%.
As
At 13% per annum, yes, we offer as high as that. And when I say offer as high as that, does not mean that when you give me 1 year, automatically I will give you 18%. High means that dependent on the tenure, because we are accepting of our statements 1 year, and then dependent on the volume. There is no limit to the volume that we take. But as an organization, when you're planning your liquidity, you want to ensure that we are not too exposed to you as a person. An organization at every point in time must always plan its liquidity properly. So what you want to give us 100 million, you take it, 500 million, you take it. You want to give me 1 billion, then I will accept the check.
What's your the minimum amount that we can invest and do for the fixed deposit?
For as small as 100,000, you can start. So maybe
timeline. What about the time?
So 90 days. Yes, 90 days. Yes, that's the 90 days to 1 year. As low as 200,000. For 100,000, if you are looking at the 90 days tenure, we are talking about 7%, which is far better than what the average bank is going to offer you. At least double of that. So if you are taking it up to 180 days, then you have like 2% of that, like 9%. If you are taking it up to 1 year, we pay as much as 12% for 1 year, down 100,000. And you might be wondering, and you should wonder, what do you use this money for? At every point in time when you are making an investment decision, you need to know what the person is using it for. We use the microfinance bank license to operate, and what we do majorly is to give loans, personal loans to people working in corporate organizations, as well as business loans to entrepreneurs. That is basically what we use.
your entrepreneur loan, for instance, you have to have some sort of account with the bank first before you get
No.
it.
For anybody that is taking loan from us, you don't need to open an account before you take loan from us. What is very, very important for us is that you have a good credit history. Because if I'm collecting money from Tega and I'm giving it to Elijah, I can't remember the way she pronounced it. Quiet, yes. And I'm giving it to her. So I need to ensure that the fund is protected. So I wouldn't want to give it to her when I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to get my money back from her. So the first step is to ensure that she has the character and she has the capacity to pay me back. And I need to check her credit history from the credit bureau to be sure that, okay, she has not borrowed money from other competitors and she's not servicing them. If she's not servicing other people, definitely she's not going to service it. There is no miracle. And some people, you can be any 1 million naira. That does not guarantee, that does not mean that we are going to give you loan automatically. Because by the time you check the credit report of some people, you realize that that 1 million naira, what is actually left at the end of the month is barely 100,000. You see checks coming in from ABC Nigeria Limited, 123 Nigeria Limited. They are so encumbered with so many responsibilities, just flying up and down. So when we want to give you loan, we only give you loan, a percentage of what is left after you have serviced every other person, not what you claim you earn as a salary. So because that is the one way we can ensure that when we give you our money, you have the capacity to pay us.
Does anyone have any more questions?
I have a question. So you said something about the SIM money app where you can see like 1,000 naira daily. Is there like an interest rate on that?
Yes, definitely. All our products on the SIM money app, we all come with interest rate. And the least interest rate on the SIM money app is 8%. And the 8% is for the transactional service account. And the reason it's as low as that is because it is in and out. So you can run it like your normal savings. When you put money there today and you let the money suddenly tomorrow, you can remove it and we won't penalize you. The way investment works, and that's why it's different from savings, is that when you say that you're going to go into an investment, there is going to be terms and conditions for that investment, which means that when you are giving the person your money, the person is planning with that money. So if you say you are giving me your money for 90 days and you suddenly come back after 30 days, you are going to destabilize me. And for that bit of inconvenience, financial institution will charge you penalty. You understand? That does not apply to the transactional savings account at 8%. If you put 100 million naira there today, according to the terms and conditions of that product, you can withdraw it tomorrow. And that is why we are giving 8%. But for standard investment, we have interest rate as high as 15%. We have some that we can't even allow you to touch the money. Because some people don't have the discipline to keep money and just keep it for 6 months. So people have come to us and you develop products based on market needs. We know people that they don't have that discipline, so we have products for people like that. The moment you key into that product, as you are keying, we are telling you this product does not have opportunity for penalty. You agree because we want to help you to save, and for that we pay you higher than the usual one that you can tell me. So we have different ones that you can tailor them just to suit your needs, but they all come with interest. There is no one that does not have an interest rate, regardless of the product. Yes.
Looking at the environment and the economy now, everything is so, especially in the Nigerian economy and our naira, how big it is, the decline. What would be your, sort of like number one piece of critical advice for every woman here for like investment, what they can do to like save their money, not savings per se, like secure their financial future?
I would say it's diversification. Your investment portfolio should be diversified. You shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. So when you are even talking about investment, there are different types of investments. You can decide to put some money. So just because some instruments are very high yield does not mean that all your investments should be in that portfolio. Do you understand me? You should be able to put some money into bonds. You should be able to put some money into maybe by the time you start going, you have the capacity, you can put some money into property. But when you are going into property as an investment, you need to have the right question. Do you understand?
But the key thing is that you need to have a diversified portfolio. Don't put all your investment into one time. And that is why we already know that in Creditville. And that is why, as a group, the vision is to ensure that one day Creditville is going to be a one-stop organization for all your financial needs. We want to be there that way. When you are talking about property investment, we are there to advise you. We have that time. When you are talking about bond as type of investment, we are talking about the money market, the Redwood asset management, we are there too. When you're talking about savings and fixed deposit, the Touch Gold Microfinance Bank is there. So have a diversified portfolio because of the risk. And just like I said, our economy is not stable. It is up today, it is down tomorrow. So when your investment is diversified, to a large extent, you can rest assured that you'll be able to push in any shock that the economy can throw you. And for all that, we have that available at home. Just talk to any of them and advise you better.
I have a question about your loan. You mentioned that for you, the criteria to give someone loan is your credit score. What if someone who doesn't have a history of borrowing?
Yes, that's not the only thing we check. You know, some people deliberately take money just because they want to build a credit history. So at times I tell people that borrowing money is not because you're a pauper. There are some economies that they will not give you any money because you don't have a credit history. There is nothing to check you against. But anyway, here at this level that we are in Nigeria, we've not started doing that. So you don't have any credit history, that is fine. Currently, we are able to access your bank statements directly online ourselves. You know, when somebody comes to you and the person wants to take a loan from you, it starts getting bad when the person does not have the capacity to pay. So I come to you and I'm saying that, okay, I want to borrow money from you. And at every point, the rule of loan repayment is that only a percentage of your net income, what is left, should be used to service debt. So if you are earning 100,000 naira, for instance, I will not give you a loan that will make you be paying 100,000 every month. Because if you are earning 100,000 and you are using 100,000 to service him every month, I'm expecting that you have some other obligations. So you shouldn't use all your salary to service me. You shouldn't use more than 30% of what is available in your salary to service me. That is the way credit works. So for somebody that does not have a credit history, what we do at Creditville first is to ascertain from the beginning that the person is with your bank statement that you truly are earning what you claim that you are earning, because that is when credit starts getting bad. If we are giving you money that you don't have the capacity to pay, you won't be able to pay it back, no matter how fine, how neat your character is. Because we are talking about the 5 C's of credit, we are talking about the character, we are talking about the capacity. If you are a nice person, you are a child of God, you are anything, when the means to pay back is not there, there is nothing anybody can do. That is the truth. So we want to ensure that you have the capacity to pay back, and that's why we assess your bank statement. So some people forge bank statements just to be able to get higher, loan from you. We try to eradicate that risk. So we assess your bank statement straight online from our bank statement with your permission, of course. We are able to remove the risk of you tailoring your bank statements just to be able to. Because any bank statement that is taken, definitely 99% of the chances that the loan is going to get back, and I will not be able to pay back the depositor that I took from.
Another question, is it possible that the person can do a standing order in your bank as a repayment?
Definitely. Oh, it's still the beauty of credit where we have gone as an organization. When you are in this business as a microfinance bank, as a lending company, you cannot survive unless you have a strong collection system. So the business is in 3 parts. You get money in from investors, you give it out to people that need it, and then you make income from it. And the only way you can make income from it is when you collect the money back from the person you are giving it to. How do we ensure that you pay the money back? So for instance, as a worker, we know that, okay, your salary, we check what time of the month is your salary being paid, 23rd, 24th, 25th. There are some organizations already that they have standard salary payment dates. We have those people in our use. For those, other organizations that we are not well with, check your statement of account to know usually what time of the month your salary comes in. And then we set up the payment on your account automated. We set your meter on the system, you can set up base card. automatically it will deduct the money from your account when you're salary. So we don't go chasing you that, okay, bring the money. It's more convenient for you as a person, it's more convenient for us as an organization, and we help you not to spend the money that you need to pay your salary. Okay.
Anyone have any questions for her?
I'd like to ask, your loan, how do you get your loan? Is it by downloading? From what I've seen around, people download their app, people's app,
Okay.
and if they get the loan. Is that how Creditville work? And I wanted to ask because I get a lot of messages from God knows who, and they just send me, oh, this person is owing us, beware of this person is a fraudster, blah blah blah. A lot of, I get a lot of that. Most of those people, sometimes I don't even know them because I'm a marketer. Maybe I give somebody my number, the person stole my number, and he says you send me most of the time I tell them, please stop sending me messages. I don't know this person.
Express yourself by telling them how to send messages. Just not the number.
Yes, I do most times. So I want to find out is that
So thankfully the government is waking up to their responsibilities now. In the last couple of weeks, the government has gone to shut down some of these organizations that go into this kind of practices because they are not proper. I was not there when you were giving notice to someone. Why should I suffer the embarrassment when you are not able to get your money back? At least I get this kind of message 3 times in a week from these people. So what they do is that, what this organization do is that, as at the point you want to take their phone, they will ask you, should this app have access to your contacts? If the moment you click yes, it will have access to all the names of your contacts. And if you click no, you won't go ahead. Yes, please. You won't proceed with the application. So you don't have a choice. It's either you say yes and they have access to your contact, or you say no and they don't give you their money. You think of it in one way. Nigerians are very poor. Some people just think that, okay, the money that you're offering them is national cake. Let me go and collect my own. They won't pay back. So at times you don't want to blame them for taking that out. But fact remains that it is still illegal. That is the truth. For us right now, the C Money app, we have the what's it called? The loan there for you to have at court. Right now, we are not giving the loans out. That is the truth. So what you can only do on the C Money app right now is investment. Before the end of this year, we are looking at the 3rd quarter of this year. People should be able to have access to loans, and we are trying to put a lot of things into place because of the kind of economy that we are in, the peculiarity of Nigerians as a people. We need to ensure that, because we are talking about depositors' money, whichever way you look at it, whatever money you are giving out to people, you need to be able to get them back. And we cannot go the route of these people embarrassing everybody in your contact and collect them, which means that our C Money app must have enough security, must be properly prepared for you to get money from us, and then us to get our money back from you without necessarily going through the legal route of embarrassing people that are not part of the business agreement. So that is why for now we are having some work done by our IT engineers in that part. But 3rd quarter of this year, our loan should be accessible in the same way.
And I also wanted to ask, your app, how does it know, for example, if I earn, I earn 1 million every month, and I want maybe 2 million. So how does the app, since it's not a physical, like you give me a form I fill, then you get my payslip and the likes, how does the app recognize that I earn XYZ amount of money? And sometimes you go to, I'm not done it, but when you want to buy a recharge card, it tells you 3,000 or borrow credit 3,000. So how does your app recognize that, oh, this person earns 1 million, so I want 10 million naira loan, not 1 million naira loan?
So like I said, right now our loans are being processed offline because we have sales officers, hundreds of them offline that are processing. For the app, generally, you will notice that people that give money loans on the app, they don't give loans millions of naira. Majority of them give just 50,000, 10,000. There is a reason. They want to minimize their exposure, their risk. That is why they do that. But 10,000 from 10,000 people is still a lot of money, whichever way you look at it. And that is why we know that you want to give somebody a loan for as low as 10,000 naira. You cannot be asking that person for a statement of account. There must be some other ways for you to ensure that you have a higher tendency of that money. And that is why the team is still working as some things back end. That is why our loan is not active now. When we finish our work, we realize that okay, yes, collection through the app is going to be top notch, then come out. But for now, our loans, well, what is it called? That is why when we do participants, we put our WhatsApp, we put our customer service line, so that you can reach us and process your loan. So we are not giving out loan yet.
We are not giving loan.
Yes. So they talk. Definitely.
Okay.
Or just make a call. Just put a call across. So you don't need to come to our office. Yes. Then processing. You can do everything online for you. Somebody will reach out to you.
Thank you so much. I think that your guest has touched on the different questions that we also received online to ask you, and which is very interesting, especially the third-party embarrassment from those
Don't want to go
companies.
there.
So just quickly touch on failures. I want to believe that you have experienced horror clients one way or the other. How do you deal with them enough to maintain the reputation of your organization?
So when you hear the customer is always right, it's not just saying the customer is always right. You have to just ensure that that is put into practice. Which means that whatever is going to cost you, just pacify that customer. And customers we've had some funny customers. You have customers that will go to any length. You will even be surprised by the time you dig into the story, particularly now that social media has become the new power lawyer here. I want to be sure that I'm using the right legal term. Social media has now become the fourth arm of the government now. After the legislation, the executive arm, now it's not the social media. So the moment the social media, something is, this particular organization, it goes viral. So people will not even bother to even find out, is it true, is it not true? And a lot of people are aware of the fact that, okay, social media is very powerful. So they can go there and mess you up. So either on social media or traditional media or, one-on-one. When something goes wrong with a customer transaction, you just have to ensure that the customer is pacified. As long as, okay, you know that you make, at times you can make mistakes, nobody is above mistake. There are situations whereby, maybe, because even the the technology that we use, at times technology can even fail you. You can have situations whereby you set up repayment on somebody's account. Your meter does that. You can set up repayment on somebody's account, and instead of your meter to pick once, your meter will go there and pick twice. And then the customer is very angry. Maybe the customer has already said, okay, the meter is supposed to pick up 30,000. The poor person only has maybe 70,000 naira. And then your meter goes there and picks twice, 60,000, leaving 10,000 naira. The person is going to go out. The person might not even want to listen to your explanation. So at that point in time, just be patient. You try to be patient with them, try to explain, and then try to find speedy resolution to that problem. Because there is nothing as annoying, as frustrating to a customer when you say, I have this particular problem, I have this issue, and you keep dragging and dragging. So what we put as an organization is that when it comes to resolution of issues, let's make it as speedy as possible. That is the only way, because the customer will know that, okay, things can happen, but how fast can you attend to my issues? How fast can you resolve my problem? That is what will differentiate you from the other person, and that is what we try to do as an organization. Let our resolution be speedy enough for the customer to be able to come back and do business with us. But there will always be cases where customers will want to complain, either because of something that you omit on your part, unconsciously, or just human error or technology error.
Take you back a little bit to when you mentioned talk about taking people with you. You have your people around you, and this is just for our learnings, especially as career women. What biases have you experienced in the organization, in the organizations that you've been in, and what role have you played in taking steps towards breaking it, if not breaking it entirely?
Biases in what? Just
as a woman, have you experienced any bias at all? And I'm leading to the theme of this month's International Women's Day. We want to address those biases, like what have you experienced firsthand, and then how have you taken, what steps did you take towards breaking them? It could be speaking up, it could be anything.
So, fortunately, unless I just want to make my speech very colorful, I would say that I've been privileged to work in sane environments that promote, that encourage women to participate. When I was working at Global Financial Services, we have, good number of women in supervisory roles coming to lend money. There was a time too that I went for a meeting, and the customer looked at us and asked us, "Is there no man in your team?" Because all of us that went for the meeting, from the managing director to the then chief investment officer of Lend Money then, to myself and some other people, all of us were women. And then I'm at Creditville, and then we have women in leadership. We have our head of HR is a woman, Senami Marketing is a woman, our legal, our company secretary is a woman. So we have women in strategic position. I have realized that the society we live in now, even though the reception is very, very slow, but they are waking up to the reality that women have a lot to offer. Even though I've been fortunate enough that I've not really personally experienced biases, truly, people around me, organizations that I've worked with and support in my growth and the growth of women. But I know I have friends that complain that, they've not been able to get this particular promotion just because of their gender. So I know that it is real, it happens. So I've not been directly, but what I always tell people around me is that breaking these biases rests on each and every one of us. That I've not been able to experience that as a person, even up to this level of my career, does not mean that in smaller departments that some people are not experiencing it. You have some smaller departments that, even the boss there, the manager there, might not be giving the women the opportunity. So the one that I can say that I can relate with is when you have some particular roles that you want to recruit for those roles, and they are telling you that I don't want a girl, I don't want a woman. It's a bias. Yes. It's not until I want to become a general manager and you say a woman cannot become a general manager. If a role is open and you are telling me that, now I'm asking you, can you send me, your stuff for this position so that I will know? And I tell me, I just want my only guys to apply. And I'm asking, is it that the women don't have the capacity intellectually to fulfill this role? They have, but the guy will just think that, no, I just want a man because I believe that a man can, do longer hours. A woman will go for maternity leave. Yes, I think I've experienced one. One of the places that I've worked, I had a boss, though I was not reporting to me, but he was a senior person. And this particular issue came up. Anytime he wanted to recruit, he would always ask for men. And the question was, why are you always asking for men? And the only excuse that he had was that men will go for maternity leave. Yes. The 3 months that you go, he will tell you that, he will calculate it for you that after 5 months of pregnancy, the first 1 month that you will not be feeling okay. Yes. Then the last 2 months before the baby comes, you will not be feeling okay. Then the baby comes, you stay at home for 3 months, and then you come back 3 months, you still be doing in and out, in and out. So to him, women are very useless. But then I was not in a position to really influence anything. But in my own little way, I would just be telling him, consider us too, we are women, and I know that you have a daughter. One day, wouldn't you want your daughter to have an opportunity of proving her worth? So I would just say, whatever bias that we want to break, it starts, with all of us. Because we are just saying women support women, but do women really support women?
No.
Yes,
women do. No, women do.
That is the question.
Women do.
So we need to be truthful and sincere with ourselves. How supportive are we?
Very supportive.
I guess it depends on your circle.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's enough.
I'm talking about generally. I'm not restricting. Right?
People make more noise about it.
Now we are complaining that House of Assembly didn't support that particular bill. And I was having a debate with someone, and the question I posed to the person, let's even assume that a woman comes out now. All these people coming out that they want to become a councillor, they want to become chairman. Before they go to the market to go and buy the vote of the lodgers. They are women. The people singing on the streets, dancing, giving them their vote are women. But let's be factual with ourselves. If a woman comes out today and said, I want to be governor of Lagos State, how many women will vote for such women?
But do women have the capacity right now?
Yes.
With the way it is, as opposed to a man, right? To empower, to put a woman as a governor. Do they have the same? No, we don't.
Let-
Because the men are in power.
We have the
can't.
capacity.
We
What is the
don't have
capacity
it.
that we are talking about?
We have the machinery. We don't have it.
See,
in
we
the
are the
politics.
people. We are the people putting this men in power. That's the truth. They can't be in power without us, and that is why anytime they want to go for those positions, they come to us. Now you're asking whether we have the capacity. Do we have the brains? We do. Okunjo realized that the position that she's occupying. We have wonderful women. Now let me tell you, we have the capacity intellectually to occupy these positions. Yes. Do we have the capacity to put these women into these positions? Yes, we have the right to vote. That is the only capacity we need. The right to vote. Nobody is denying us in Nigeria the capacity to vote. Yes, you can go out and vote. Vote first before you start saying that your vote is not going to pass. But at least nobody is restricting you from voting. But what you realize is that let a woman candidate come forward right now and say, I want to contest for the position of the governor of Lagos State, and see how many women, in reality, in as much as we are saying women are supporting women, that will say yes, she truly has the capacity to be a governor. Majority of us women will not support a woman to be a governor. That is the reality. Most of the time, we only pay lip service to women supporting. Yes. What am I saying? Let's go beyond. Yes, only few women really support women in reality. Let's go beyond. We are talking about data. We are talking about when you have like 100 scenarios, put on ground. Can you get up to 50% of that and say, okay, truly women are supporting women? In your data, when you say majority, data is always about majority. In situation where majority does not support your data, then you cannot really say that the women should get to those places and we want them to be. It needs to start from us. When a woman comes out for a particular position, we need to be conscious enough that we need to support that woman. That is the truth. Even in our homes, some cultures where you have a woman who loses a husband, and the way the widow is treated, who are the people treating these widows badly? They are women in the family, scraping her head, making her life horrible. They are not men, they are fellow women. And you wonder, shouldn't such women have more empathy towards their fellow women? But no, they still behave that way. So just in our little spaces, what am I saying? Make a little difference that counts. Consciously, subconsciously try to support your woman, as long as whatever the person is doing is legitimate. That's what little by little, one day we are going to make that big difference. That's what I'm saying.
Finally, please, about pronunciation of your son name. How do we properly pronounce it?
So, I would think, where's Tega?
Tega
is not here. So nobody's here is going to judge me that I can't even pronounce my surname well. I would think, I'm a Yoruba girl, so I'm going to pronounce it very well. But my husband pronounces it as Erakwe. Yes. So it's not as if there is a K there is this space sound that's a little bit like a K. But whichever way you pronounce it, I will accept it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. You have been so gracious with your responses. You have been so gracious with your responses. We enjoyed the session. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to call on Senami, the head of marketing and communications for Creditville, to speak to us about the special women that we talked about earlier. At the beginning of this, I'm not sure if everyone was here then, but she had spoken about the competition that happened on the Creditville platform to celebrate and empower in our own little way a couple of women. And we have them in our midst today, two special women that we will be highlighting and celebrating. So over to you, Senami.
Hello guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Alright, fantastic. And I hope we really learned a lot. Fantastic, great. I'm very happy. That's the major aim for this gathering, right? And I hope we enjoyed the food too. Nice. Okay, so Creditville, we thought about it. So if you follow Creditville, our page is actually Creditville. Just Creditville, very easy. Creditville. You can check us on Instagram. we really believe in giving back to the society and making stories in time. Like we're like, you know what? We want to just give. So if you go and check our history, all the way from last year, at least twice in a quarter or once a quarter, we do giveaways to people, right? We just ask you maybe very simple questions or tell you to do something, and then we give back to the society because we really, really believe in giving back. So we looked at it and we said, okay, for International Women's Day, what can we do in our own little way, in the month of March, to just, support women? No, we're not saying that they don't have, what we're giving them. But we're saying that we want to just recognize people and say, you know what, good job. Like, you've worked really hard. You need to be told that you've worked really hard. So we said, okay, let's do something on social media. Whereas, we ask people what their businesses are, and then if they get the opportunity of getting 100,000 naira, what they would do with their business, what they would use that amount in promoting or whatever they want to do with their businesses. And then they went through very thorough, processing. The auditors came, they picked, and then we finally came to two beautiful women, and they're here now. Miss, please, sorry, can you stand up so they can? Yeah, it was them. Yeah, so I'd like to call on our CIO to please come and present the check to them. So please, you can find your way to the other side.
Where? Okay, scroll down. They will face this side now. Okay.
So you can just look out on our page, right? You can just bring in 100,000 is something, right? So maybe you could be lucky in our next giveaway. All right. Please, Mark. Please come. Come here. All right. Please call the first person.
Okay, so this she got the James not up here.
The phone is not.
Congratulations.
Second person.
So Adeshola Araoye.
Okay, guys. So now, okay. Let's quickly just take pictures and then we'll come back to the session.
Natural light. Let's go and get some sun.